The klaxons screamed through the research station's corridors, their piercing wail sending every species into immediate panic. Commander Zixtal's 4 eyes widened in horror as he read the holographic display floating before him. Containment breach. Sector 7, Specimen X-47. The Vrolian commander's scales turned a sickly pale blue. 10-47. The Void Reaver. The only creature in the galaxy with a perfect kill record against every species it had ever encountered. A creature so dangerous that the Galactic Council had debated whether studying it was worth the risk. Seal all bulkheads. Zixtal roared into his cum. Evacuate all personnel from sectors 6 through 9. Deploy the combat drones. Across the station, scientists and security personnel scrambled. The Void Reaver was a nightmare-made flesh 12 feet of armored chitin, razor-sharp appendages that could slice through reinforced steel, and a metabolism that could adapt to any toxin within minutes. It had decimated a Krellian battlecruiser crew in under 4 minutes, and now it was loose on a station with over 300 souls. Where are the humans? Zixtal demanded, his translator crackling with urgency. The human quarters. Sector 8, his assistant squeaked. Get them to the escape pods now. But in Sector 8, Rose was having a perfectly ordinary evening, or what passed for ordinary on an alien research station at the edge of known space. She sat cross-legged on the worn couch in the human quarters, a datapad in one hand and a cup of something the Vrolians claimed was coffee in the other. Alex sprawled in the nearby chair, tinkering with a broken translation device, his tools scattered across the small table. You know, Rose said without looking up, if Commander Zixtal sees you've disassembled another communicator, he's going to have all 4 of his eyes pop out of his head. Alex grinned. He'll get over it. Besides, I'm pretty sure I can make this thing actually translate Krellian human now. Wouldn't that be? The door chimed frantically. Both humans looked up as something large slammed against the reinforced metal. The door buckled. Sparks flew from the control panel. Rose. Alex slowly set down his tools. Yeah, I see it. The door shrieked as massive claws pried it open. What squeezed through made Alex's jaw drop. The creature was massive. Its exoskeleton a deep obsidian that seemed to absorb light. Multiple eyes glowed an eerie crimson, and its maw could easily swallow a person whole. Yellowish ichor dripped from its mandibles as it surveyed the room. This was it. The thing every species in the galaxy feared. The Void Reaver took one step into the room, its claws clicking on the metal floor. Rose carefully set down her datapad. Hey there, buddy, she said softly, her voice calm and gentle. You look stressed. Alex stared at her as if she'd lost her mind. Rose, that thing just tore through a reinforced door like tissue paper. Rose held up one hand to Alex while keeping her eyes on the creature. Look at how its mandibles are twitching, and see how it keeps shifting its weight. It's scared. Scared, Alex hissed. That's the galaxy's apex predator. The Void Reaver's head swiveled toward Alex, all its eyes focusing on him. It made a sound like grinding metal and took another step forward. Rose stood up slowly, no sudden movements. You're not scary, she said to the creature. You're just confused, aren't you? All those bright lights and loud noises. Nobody asked if you wanted to be in that little cage. The creature's head tilted, eyes shifting back to Rose. Its breathing a rasping, mechanical sound began to slow. That's it, Rose murmured. She took a small step forward. Alex made a strangled sound of protest, but she ignored him. I bet you just want somewhere quiet, somewhere safe. She slowly extended her hand, palm out. Every species in the galaxy would have called this suicide. The Void Reaver's record was perfect. It killed anything that came near it. There were no exceptions in the xenobiology texts. The creature's massive head lowered. It leaned forward, and for a moment, Alex was certain he was about to watch his friend die. The Void Reaver's mandibles parted slightly, and it made a sound softer this time, almost questioning. Its armored head gently pressed against Rose's palm. There we go, Rose whispered, her fingers carefully scratching along a ridge of chitin. Not so scary, are you? To Alex's absolute astonishment, the creature's eyes dimmed slightly, and a low rumbling emanated from its chest, almost like a purr, if purrs sounded like idling engines. Rose, Alex breathed. What are you doing? Making a friend. Rose moved to the couch and patted the cushion beside her. Come on, you look exhausted. The Void Reaver, the galaxy's most perfect killing machine, climbed onto the couch with surprising delicacy. It curled its massive body into an improbable ball and rested its head on Rose's lap. Within seconds, the rumbling intensified, and its eyes closed. It fell asleep. Alex sat frozen, tools forgotten, as he watched the universe's deadliest creature nap on his colleague. Like an oversized cat, That's when the door's remains burst open entirely. Commander Zixtal charged in, flanked by a full security team armed with plasma rifles, only to stop short. All four eyes tried to process the scene simultaneously. What Zixtal said slowly, his translator struggling with his tone of disbelief. In the name of all the star systems, is happening. Rose looked up with a slight smile, still gently stroking the Void Reaver's armored head. Oh hey, Commander. Sorry about your door. This little guy just needed some quiet time. That. It's Zixtal's scales cycled through 6 different colors of confusion. Humans, one of the security officers muttered in their native tongue. Yeah, another agreed. Humans, Alex finally found his voice. So, should we file this under cultural exchange, or? The Void Reaver snorter sounded like a starship engine powering down and burrowed deeper into Rose's lap. Commander Zixtal's scales settled on a resigned shade of gray. He lowered his weapon and pinched the ridge where a nose might be on a human. I'll get the paperwork started. Again, as the security team filed out, muttering about impossible humans and their inexplicable ability to befriend anything. Rose caught Alex's eye and winked. See, she said. Sometimes the scariest things just need someone to see past the teeth. The galaxy's deadliest creature purred in agreement.